I think. Hey guys, it's me, DP, and Salazada. We haven't vlogged in so long. Happy pandemic, everyone.
As happy as it could be.
I'm actually getting COVID tested today because we suspect my roommate had it, and I go to the hospital once a month to get an infusion for my medicine called Actemra for my Still's disease. So I have to get tested because they don't want me to infect other people at the infusion center. And I am terrified. It looks painful, but I really wanted to vlog my experience. I didn't bring my tripod, so it's gonna be a little shaky. I just chugged a Bing. I started drinking coffee again, but Salazada loves to drink energy drinks. And I usually drink coffee, but his energy drinks are so much tastier, but I feel like they would give you like diabetes pretty easily.
Well, yeah, if you drink like Monster and like Red Bull and like other things that have like tons of sugar in them. The point that I'm not a big fan of coffee. I grew up and I took the energy drinks with me, you know, out of like college and stuff like that. But I realized that a lot of those energy drinks, they're just too full of sugar, and it's not good to drink, you know, more than one a day, and you really shouldn't drink them on every day, just like soda you shouldn't drink every day. And I know that makes me a hypocrite for doing it anyway, but I'm working on it, and doing the Bings. We're also doing the Buys, because
it's a new one that he's tried. We are not sponsored by these people, by the way.
No.
We'd like to be.
But if you'd like to,
yeah, reach out to us. Snow Monk will definitely sponsor you.
Yeah, the big thing for me is the 5 calories a can, and I'm a little suspicious too about the 0 sugar, 0 calorie stuff, because quite frankly, like, you're putting that stuff in your body, and if you're not getting anything out of it, it either means you're not processing it or your body can't process it. And
well, the Bings have a lot of vitamin B, right?
I'm not sure exactly. I looked at them. I decided I'm going to try them out and see how they match up to Bing. Which, by the way, shout out to Bing. They're a Denver company.
Really? So, oh yeah, we've got a lot of great Denver companies here. Like Celestial Seasoning is the tea place.
Well, Boulder's going to be like, nah, Denver, you can't claim that. That's Boulder. I'm going to be like, Boulder, you're going to be part of Denver.
There's someone walking in a trench coat over here.
He definitely shouldn't walk on this side of the divider. He should walk on the other side.
He shouldn't be walking at a highway. Anyway,
I need to get over.
So,
hey, I don't know where I'm going. You better figure that out.
We're going to the hospital in Aurora.
Okay, so it's literally the same campus and everything?
Yes, it is. So basically, I just wanted to vlog my experience with this, and Salazada's really against me getting tested because they're kind of like hot spots, but they really want to.
If her doctor says that they should, then I can't supersede.
He was definitely making a huge fuss about it on the doctor appointment yesterday.
I was doing my due diligence as far as hearing their reasoning. They convinced me. I was open-minded enough to be able to listen with somebody who disagreed with my opinion and ultimately deferred to their judgment.
Yeah, I got a new doctor, and it's my first female rheumatologist. I've had males this whole time, so it's kind of cool. She's very cute. I like her. She kind of reminds me of a teacher that I had growing up.
Why?
We got this big truck trying to come in, and SZ is kind of freaking out a little bit.
Well, it's not the truck, it's the traffic jam on an interstate with people flying.
I'd show you, but there's a bunch of like license plates, and I don't want to film that right now. So yeah, guys, we haven't talked to you in a while, and Salazada actually has some big plans for Snow Monk. Tiny Spice is with our graphic designer in Thailand. They moved back there because things were too crazy here. We don't suspect them coming back.
At least until it's safe again.
Not even that. They definitely are way happier in Thailand than America. I'm sorry, America. Asian countries are way cooler than you. They just are. It's a fact. Hands down.
And that's not us hating on America. And people are like, if you love it so much, why don't you go live there?
No, it's just because you can get food literally 24 hours. You could get cooked, cheap food literally 24 hours. We can't do that in America. We have to cook it ourselves. Or, you know, if we get we could get fast food, but it's not as good.
or it's just like health-wise, like, yeah, okay, yeah, it's not gonna, you know, spike your cholesterol or do anything crazy like that if you just do it once. But the thing is that you do it once, and then you do it twice, and then you do it where it becomes a habit. And most Americans, one reason they do a lot of fast food is because it's cheap and it's convenient, and because it's affordable, especially for people with low income. Oftentimes it will be cheaper to go and get, you know, a meal at fast food or whatever. If you start doing fast food where you're doing it like literally eating it every day, that's just, it's not good for you health-wise over a 20, 30
Another
year span.
thing is the fruit is so much better in Asia. Oh my God. It's kind of like a hit or miss here with fruit. You know, you got to go to like Sprouts or something, or somewhere a little bit better to get some better quality fruit, but
GMO laws and everything else too.
So that's definitely different. Oh, and I didn't tell Solid Zeta this, but I'll tell you guys. There's been a spike in Chengdu, China.
No, I know about that.
COVID. There's been 3 new cases, so they're freaking out. Our friend Watermelon is like locked down in her school now.
They told them they can't leave the school campus.
They're taking it very serious. I am so jealous.
And already the supermarket is like sold out, and like,
I'm so jealous that they're taking it serious, and they don't take it serious enough here.
But the article she sent us is wild.
Oh yes, I did read that article. It was good.
It was really interesting too. Like, they knew everything about the person that was the carrier. It
was kind of creepy.
Yeah, that was. But I mean, you know, when you're a totalitarian state and you have that kind of power and you don't use it, you're an irresponsible government.
We're not saying that China is better than America.
No, but you are saying that, okay, that's one of the features that makes why would some people actually support a totalitarian system? Not saying everybody in China supports that system, but you have to admit a fair majority do, or at least they're willing to put up with it insofar as, you know, standards of living keep improving, and the government isn't into their business to where they can't do, to a certain extent, what they want. China's whole thing with the government has never been, we're going to give you total freedom. Their whole thing has been, we'll give you like 90% freedom, and you're just going to have to be happy that you're never going to have complete freedom. And you're just going to have to accept government intrusion into your life. But you're just going to have to trust that when the government does intrude on your behalf, it's for your own good and will take care of you. For Americans, that's a little too much power. Not a little too much. It's way too much power for certain Americans. For some of us, we're like, well, it's not like the U.S. government is really that different when it has back doors into Windows that can, you know, and Google can already predict your responses to your emails and stuff. When, like, you know, Kroger uses your customer ID, it tracks what you buy so that they can figure out consumer trends and spending, etc. Like, you're being watched whether it's the government or not. It's just a question of who's watching you and why, and what are they using it to do. Call you a spam, usually, or try to steal your identity.
Yeah, so we're just kind of backed up in traffic. We'll be right back. We're gonna head out.
We might be a little late.
Oh yeah, we're trying to get here as early as possible, so depending on how long we'll have to wait, so we'll be back.
We forgot we left during like rush hour.
Tested, so I don't. Yes.
You get to it right behind that white SUV.
Right.
Do they have different lines for like if you just show up compared to like if you had it scheduled?
There's all here just appointments and schedules only.
Okay, yeah, we had ours appointed.
Yeah, you're good.
Cool.
Good.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we are here. I'm kind of putting you on low recording in case other people don't want to be recorded. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to be behind the SUV.
Should I go on the left or right?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Doesn't look like the line is horrible.
Yeah, we don't know how long we're going to be here. Maybe it's a couple hours. Maybe it's short.
Definitely going to put it in park.
Well, we're definitely wearing our mask because other people might have it here. Got my selenite to keep me company. I haven't named these crystals yet. My clear quartz.
This one looks shorter.
Okay, all right. You convinced me.
Oh, that's
Take
nice.
advantage while I can.
Right,
Thank
while
you.
can before the car comes.
Yep. Thank you.
So sweet of her.
Yeah. I'll save us maybe 5-10 minutes.
Oh man, look at them. They're gonna launch that thing up my brain.
Oh, don't say it like that. You're gonna freak yourself out. Don't do that.
I mean, it's just like getting my teeth extracted so I can get braces on soon.
Yeah, except there they're gonna numb you
that's
up
true.
and everything. Here, you're just gonna have to be like, okay, here comes the cold water and cold water. Okay, it's done.
Look at them doing it. She's sticking it in up their nose right there.
Oh, stop ruminating on it. Don't do that.
You're gonna have to film it and hold my hand at the same time.
Okay. You may have to stop it and start it again before we get there.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
we
definitely.
got some time, but they're actually moving pretty quick. That's a good sign.
It's kind of scary, but it's literally at the front of the hospital. I love this hospital. I've thought about getting a primary care here. I saw my primary care, and I don't like them as much as my old one. Thinking about seeing one here. Yeah, close it. I don't think it's a good idea to have a window open around all this testing.
We're gonna be in our car bubble.
Yeah.
That guy's license plate in front of me, it says
Don't say it.
coffee.
Yeah. At the bottom of it, coffee. I mean, that helps to keep
It's
you awake.
Tennessee, and it's a Tennessee license plate, and it says
Coffee.
at the bottom. It's not their actual license plate. It's like the little frame of the plate or whatever. But yeah, they felt the need to just put coffee on there. Nothing like coffee's good or anything else. Just
Coffee.
Yeah, it looks like they did that with a labeler. That looks like a labeler. Yeah, it looks like they took some labeling tape and typed up coffee and printed it out and then stuck it on their license plate. That's hilarious. We'd
Yeah.
show you guys, but out of privacy considerations, not to mention having to worry about like going through and editing the video.
Oh,
and
there's
so
one
on.
thing I do want to say. I found out what one of my birthday presents are because my birthday's on Thursday. My birthday's December 10th. And apparently this guy got me a Switch. Last time he got me a 3DS and I've barely touched it. I've played Minecraft on it. I need a charger for it. I don't have a charger for my 3DS and my old DS. I used to just steal my old roommates who had a DS and a 3DS.
And then she stole mine.
And so, do you still have yours for your DS?
I'm pretty sure I do somewhere in my cords box. If you're a dude like me and you're in your 30s and you don't have like some mess of cords in a box or like a bag somewhere, that's like, okay, if you need a cord for like, I don't know, your parents' video camera from like 1999 or something, you'll bust that box out, go digging through, and you'll be able to find that cord. I have a box, actually two, of cords like that, and I bet if I go in there, I'll go fishing and I'll end up with what we need.
Yeah, I would like to, if you could find that DS charger, that'd be cool, because I want to play Brain Age really bad.
Yeah, I should play Brain Age too. Ben's all talking mad shit on it. He's all like,
What?
yeah, he's all like mad skeptical, like, psh, things can't just make you smarter. And I'm like, well, okay, it depends on how you define intelligence, but yes, you can train
It's
your
like
brain to become faster at
it's
thinking
like
and processing.
It's
yes.
like exercising your brain. It's a
like
muscle.
It's a muscle.
Yeah.
If you exercise it, if you use it, like, how many of you guys can do all of your times tables within a second? Like, up to like times 20. Maybe some of you guys has been a while, but there's a lot of you guys that know you've got it retained.
My favorite game on there is the piano game.
The piano game is sweet.
It's so much fun.
I wish it was a full keyboard, but it's not.
It's still really fun.
It is.
All right, so the next time you'll see me, you'll see Mr. Zeta's gonna
Take a video of her getting
Getting
the thing
tested.
stuffed up her nose.
and he's gonna have to hold my hand. So
You're gonna lay back and you're gonna be like, I'm gonna be like sand. I'm gonna be like water. I'm just
scared.
gonna be here.
It looks
I'm just gonna be
annoying.
here. I'm gonna be like a rock laying on the beach shore. The waves are gonna crash over me and I'm not gonna move. And the waves are gonna go back out and I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna stay here in my sand.
We'll be back.
Good, how are you? Good, thank you. My name is Mary. I'm going to do your nasal swab today. Can you please state your first, your last name, and your date of birth?
Don Fontaine, December 10th, 1989.
Thank you. Alright, I'm going to stick the process nasal swab tube down inside each one of your nasal cavities. It's going to cause you to cough, sneeze, until it's going to feel very uncomfortable, okay?
Oh God.
It's okay. They're just letting you know.
You ready?
No, give me
Here's
a
my
second.
hand. You got this, babe. You got this.
Just breathe through your mouth, okay? And try to relax. Don't move.
Just
okay?
relax. Just
You'll be
relax.
alright.
You're gonna be fine. Just relax.
Ah!
Just
Okay.
relax. You're doing great. You're doing great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's
You
one.
did so good. You're halfway there.
You ready for the other side?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here you go.
You're doing so good, baby. You're doing so good.
Oh God.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, results in 72 hours on My Health Connections,
Thank
okay?
you. Sorry about that.
Thank you so much. Thank you for everything you do. You're amazing.
Yeah, you're amazing, really.
I made sure I didn't
Really-
get your face or anything. I
Yeah,
promise.
we didn't.
Okay,
Sorry about that. I
You're
was just vlogging.
amazing.
We didn't put you in the vlog.
You're our hero.
Alright.
Sorry, I didn't ask you for permission. If you don't want me to put it up, I won't.
I don't have an issue with any of it. This is what we're living through and it's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really
Okay.
appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. You guys have a great day.
You too.
Thank you. You too. How'd it feel?
Actually, not that bad. It's not very uncomfortable at all.
Here,
It's-
I don't know if you can flip it mid thing.
It's actually not that bad. I think she's just trying to prepare me. It actually kind of feels good because it's it's not like a cotton swab. She did it. I don't know how you guys have it in your state. Ours is a little bit fancier. It looks like one of those pipe cleaners, but more fancier and skinnier. So that's what it looks like. So it actually wasn't that bad and it wasn't that uncomfortable. But I think she was just like, oh, just preparing you. So I got COVID tested. We were gonna go to my favorite boba place. It's a little far.
No, it's not that far away.
And we can, it's a really cute boba place. And I was thinking about filming them, maybe giving them some business. It's up a little farther from our area and kind of near,
Norton, North.
my sister's area, a little bit of the Ritchie area, but it makes you feel like you're in Asia. So we're gonna go get me a boba.
She did good.
Ugh, my eyes. I was like screaming. Oh God.
No, you
I was
did
like,
great.
ah!
She squeezed my hand, and
I'm
all
sorry.
all
Oh
she
my
left
God.
was just
I-
yeah, they can't
marks.
see it that well. You got to do it like hopefully in
put-
the light there.
I put like hand marks on.
And to squeeze.
Yeah, and the lady was actually really nice. She was like,
Right.
well, she's like, I don't really mind being filmed. This is what we're going through, and so that was really nice of her, actually.
I'm sorry I didn't get her face.
Good.
Just
No,
'cause
no.
I didn't. I knew that you can't. For those of you guys out there thinking of starting your own vlogs and things like that, great. I totally encourage it. But
Always ask someone.
keep in mind a few rules, especially about posting content. Yes, it's true, if nobody ever sees it, then I guess it's no big deal. Except the thing is, on social media is anybody can see it. Even if you don't think anybody raised a fuss about it, 10 years later it can bite you in the butt. So always keep in mind just a few things. One thing that you should keep in mind is that you are not allowed to post video recordings of other people without their consent. Now, there's certain loose rules about that. If you're walking past a crowd of people and nobody's easily identifiable, sure, that's not a problem. But if you're like videotaping somebody sitting down, eating at a cafe, having a conversation on a phone, looking another direction, and you're just doing a side profile of them for, an extended period of time, no, you're not allowed to do that without that person's consent, and they can sue you, in worst case scenario. So just always keep that in mind, that if you are going to film something like what we just did, unless you have the consent of the person that's doing the thing, you're not allowed to do that unless you blur out their face or do certain things like that. It's the same with the license plates, which is why she was worried about that from before. So just so you guys know.
Yeah, so we're gonna go get me a boba, and I'm also gonna be treating Rob and my roommate to boba tomorrow for my birthday. So I don't know what I'm gonna try. I want something with caffeine though, so we'll find out when I get. We'll talk to you guys in a bit. So we couldn't go to the boba place because it's not open. I'm really sad because I wanted to ask them, hey, can I film your boba and give me some business? But went to Starbucks instead. I haven't tried the pumpkin spice latte ever, and they still have it. So I want to try this and get my reaction. This is for me getting COVID tested and freaking out about it. I had to treat myself. Oh, a little drool. Oh, it tastes a little burnt. Yeah, it tastes a little burnt. Tastes like it got burnt. Why does my coffee always get burnt? Next time I'll have to do the peppermint. This happens to me every time I go to Starbucks. Like, every time.
Maybe Starbucks coffee is burnt.
It usually tastes better than that. Maybe if the peppermint mocha will taste less burnt. I don't know. No, I had a peppermint mocha that was burnt before, remember? And I was like,
no, I
"Oh, it's
remember
burnt,"
that.
and it pissed me off. Oh, well, I'll try one more time, and if my coffee gets burned one more time, I'm gonna go back to local businesses. So
You're on notice, Starbucks. We've been watching you for your burnt stuff.
oh man.
Oh.
So that's gonna be it for this vlog, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our Snowmonk. It's facebook.com snowmonklove. Where definitely this guy is working on some music projects, and I really need to do recording and stuff. I plan on getting braces so I'm less self-conscious about singing, because I really want to do some singing for us, because our singer is all the way in Thailand, so I might have to take over her singing for some shows. And I do want to do singing for my own project as well, so I really need to get on top of writing music and producing music. We have a recording studio. There's obviously no excuse with this pandemic, so
The only excuse we have is software costs so much money for licensing.
I don't know if you can drive talk, but why don't you tell them about your stuff that you're working on for your LP that's almost out?
Yeah.
And what producer we're using to finish it?
Yeah. So basically, as many of you guys know, myself and Nature have been working, really hard for a long time. We finished the Apogee EP back in 2016, and we had been meaning to follow up with the LP for several years, and it was one thing or another. I was in China for part of that time, and then Nature had a lot of stuff going on too. He's in a lot of music projects too, and that's Nature, by the way. But Nature ended up basically being like, look guys, I pretty much can't really commit any more time or energy to this project, man. Like I gotta understand I got way too much on my plate, and I gotta focus on these other things. And total respect for the man. He's like, whatever you want to do to finish the project, man, if you need help from me, I'm happy to do it. I can't convince, I can't do the work for you, but if you hook up with the producer, you need me to send the stems, anything like that, I got you.
So there's two new producers we're working with. There's Morgan Jones and Sid Madrid.
Yeah, man, and shout out to both of them. Morgan Jones is currently in Recreate. That's the other.
And he also wants to do Ghost Kitty Industrial for me. I need to talk to him about that.
Yeah, and then Sid Madrid, if you guys are familiar with my previous projects, the red prototype and the blue prototype especially the blue prototype had a ton of production from Sid Madrid. In fact, the majority of the production was
Yeah, and I've been listening to the new tracks that Sid Madrid did for him, and they sound so clean, crisp. They still sound underground, which I think is his style. So it's just a little bit different than Nature.
Yeah, but the cool thing is that we're keeping most of Nature's production, if not all of it. The only cases is where maybe a beat wasn't completely finished quite yet. And then in that case, we may have added additional instrumentation and stuff, in which case, obviously, Nature still created part of the beat, but in that case, he's more kind of like a co-producer at that point. But the majority, over 99%, well, okay, maybe not 99, but over 90% easily of the album is all Nature's production. Sid's coming in to basically help finish up putting the vocals in, make them sound nice, all that kind of stuff. And so, I guess the LP itself is going to have 17 tracks total, and we've got maybe about 2-3 tracks that are currently, like, we've got the verses in, we got the stuff recorded. It's just a matter of putting it in there, getting the mix sounding right, and then eventually moving on to mastering once we got everything there. And it's virtually there. At the point at which Nature left, going on almost like a year and a half or so, maybe even 2 years with the project, and of course COVID and everything else set everything back. But you know, basically it's been, I apologize to the fans, you guys have been waiting, you know, going on 4 years now, you know, for the follow-up. So, you know, I'm happy to say that by hopefully February we should be looking at the LP finally dropping with the Apogee LP, and then Epic Vertex will pretty much be considered a case closed, and we'll put that book up on the shelf, whip it out on the coffee table, man. Check it out, because it's going to be, lyrically, it's one of the most difficult albums I've ever made. I had to elevate my game so much, and working with Nature, it was just a fun project all around. DP has done a lot of stuff, you know, behind the scenes for that album, including helping to formulate some of that for Snowmonk to do for certain songs and things. I'm really excited about some of the singles coming out for it. And then after that, we got the Green prototype coming up, and Morgan Jones is in Madrid. I've also already produced some tracks for that.
And I'll definitely be doing some viola on those tracks. He's just got to send them to me, and I'll start working on them ASAP.
Yeah, and then one final thing too. Shout out to Tiny Spice and
yeah, we're working on her little EP.
Yeah, she's got the songs pretty much ready to go, and we just basically got to go and polish them up, get them right, you know, as far as mix goes. But she should be able to drop an EP coming up here by no later than summer, if not sooner, hopefully. And I just wanted to say too, even though she's in Thailand, she's still collaborating with us musically, because we live in an era, luckily, where we can do that.
Our secret weapon is not lost.
No, and honestly, shout out to Bad Dogs Bite.
Oh, yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah,
check those guys out. Yeah.
We're gonna be dropping one of those soon, but the Trans World Express song, which is the song I'm talking about that has Bad Dogs Bite.
That's from his older stuff.
Well, no, it's gonna be some of the newer stuff. I mean, the beat was resurrected from a long time ago, but that's gonna be on the Green prototype, so it's not gonna be on the Apogee LP. But you guys will get a chance to hear that as a single once we're ready. We're gonna drop it soon, though. Love you guys.
Peace. Thanks for everything.